Anyway, let's watch this.
You rent. And I walked up to the place and Kim had to evict the guy. And I gave you so much credit because he was about, let's say, 35 years old, pretty muscular. And Kim standing there, and the sheriff serves the guy for the eviction. I tell you, you haven't evicted somebody, it's pretty interesting. So the guy is coming down the house, he's emptying the property, and he's giving us a stink eye. He goes like, it's Christmas time, I got 2 kids, but he still didn't pay the rent. And so he's being evicted, and every time he moves the stuff onto the sidewalk, he gives us a stink eye. And I felt for you, Kim. I mean, Kim's she's not very muscular. She's very attractive, but not muscular. This guy's giving.
Wait. Felt for the landlord in a story where one of his landlord friends was evicting a fucking father and his children on Christmas Eve? I love landlord content. They should really never stop. They should never stop doing it. There's no better agitprop than this. Like,
This thing. But the thing, this was the funniest thing. Kim says it's worth the misery. So this guy's giving me a stink eye. It's Christmas time. I think he's got 2 daughters. He's dragging his Christmas tree out and all this stuff. And he comes up to me and he's still giving me the stink eye. And he says, it's Christmas. And Kim just holds the line. And what am I going to do with my furniture? It's all on the sidewalk out there. And this truck pulls up. And they loaded his furniture onto their truck.
They thought it was rubbish.
Kim and I sat there talking to him. I'm looking over his shoulder, and these guys are, oh, it must be Christmas. And they're throwing all of his furniture and his Christmas tree on their truck. And I said to him, well, if you keep talking to me, pretty soon you won't have anything to move.
that is the oppressive class straight up reveling in the subjugation that they are able to enforce others. The subjugation that they're able to enforce upon others. Okay? Where the oppressor is gloating about the acts of violence that they are inflicting upon a working class person. And what I find particularly interesting about it is that, like, most people don't recognize that this is an act of violence, right? Like, this should be, I don't know. I mean, in a normal civilized society, I feel like this gloating about this particular situation it should be a punishable offense. Engaging in this particular, engaging in this act in and of itself should be a punishable offense. Evictions are, and I know that for most people, it's like impossible to comprehend it this way because we are living under a capitalist dogma. Evictions are violence. It is. Ripping someone from their shelter that they need for survival alongside their children is violence. You are enacting violence upon someone. Straight up. You're taking away someone's shelter. You're making them housing insecure. And the only reason why you're doing it is because you want to maximize on your profit. And then you use the police state, the state's monopoly of violence, to basically enforce that. And every time we talk about this, everyone always says, well, what about people fucking not paying for months and months and months? What about people not paying for months? And the issue that I have there is, like, we should move away from looking at housing as an investment fucking vehicle, as a commodity, and move towards seeing housing as a human right. Shelter is a human right. Without shelter, you cannot survive. Without shelter, you cannot thrive. And the people that make a living off of treating housing as not a right, but a investment vehicle, do deserve less rights, honestly. Like, they should have certain rights taken away from them. They should have certain privileges taken away from them. If you want to fucking do housing as a way to create passive income for yourself, then if someone doesn't fucking pay their rent for a couple months, like, sorry, that you just took a fat L, you know? The only way that you can engage in like being a landlord like that is if you just, sometimes you're going to take an L. It's an investment, and not all investments pan out. Every day I pray for this man to get typhus and get horribly sick and spend 1 year in the hospital as his bowels rot from his head and he shits out his organs slowly before dying. What the fuck? We are all just one paycheck away from homelessness unless you are Hasanabi. So many people are. But yes, investments are allowed to lose money. Investments should be able to lose money. But the one kind of investment that we do not allow, the one kind of investment that we never allow to lose money is just housing, like rent. Isn't eviction almost like a legal process to take away someone's access to water, but for shelter? Imagine if that was a thing. Yeah. Technically, it does also take away someone's access to water as well.
The U.S.
That's the unfortunate reality. Water bill, utilities shut off. That's illegal in California. I don't know if it is in other places. You can have your electricity shut off, but you can't have your water shut off. It's literally illegal in the state of California to shut someone's water off. No, it is. The only place where like you can actually, it's illegal to shut your water off unless the only instance where your water can be shut off in the state of California, okay? In the state of California, the only place where your water can be shut off, okay? Stop saying it's legal in my bumfuck, podunk, hick ass, dumbass, hyper capitalist, yee, honk, not saying the other word, okay? Ass fucking stupid Republican states, okay? I did not say the last letter on the honk. I don't know if that's like gonna get me fucking clapped up. But yes, of course, in fucking horrible places like that, where people have been able to utilize racist agitprop to put forward some of the worst, most hyper-capitalist demons in positions of fucking power, in those states, they can fucking kill you, okay? Guess who they apply that rule to, Chad? There's also selective enforcement and shit. I mean, they apply that rule more towards black people and brown people and shit, but no, they definitely do that to white trash too. You know what I'm saying? No, they definitely do that. They definitely do that towards white trash motherfuckers too. Like, they don't give a shit. It's about whether you're fucking poor or not, okay? It's about whether you're a fucking worker or not. Dude, that's an anarchist argument, dude. Adults can sign contracts with one another, and there should be authorities to enforce those contracts. You can't just take advantage for a one-sided gain. What? Housing is a human right, but you have the right to sign contractual obligations with other citizens, and there should be a governing body to support those contracts, you fucking anarchist. Yeah, that's why, by the way, that's not a fucking anarchist argument, you dumb bitch. ANCAP's literally based the entire fucking societal foundation off of enforcing contracts. What are you talking about? Libertarians unironically believe just that this is it. That is literally a libertarian argument. You are making a libertarian, an anarcho-capitalist argument. The enforcement of contracts that are not signed under duress when we live in a fucking capitalist organization of the economy is so stupid. Okay? Every contract that you are engaging in, especially one where you are engaging in a contract for shelter, you think that that's not under duress? What kind of dumb fuck are you, dude? What is this? You don't have to be a fucking anarchist to or an ANCAP to recognize that the rent agreement that you're engaging in a civilized society would not fucking exist. It just would not. It would not. It's the one fucking issue where I'm just like, dude, it's so bad. It's so bad. Like, I get having your fucking grandparents have like a nest egg, okay? But the idea that like you as like a fucking 30, 40-year-old, like this is the only way you make money, it's like you're not. You're just, the only way you can make money is by what? Fucking rent-seeking behavior? And then you come in here and you immediately fucking start talking about you know, contract enforcement. Also, how the fuck is that like I can't believe that dude said anarchist. That's an anarchist argument. Like the entire, even though it's reductive, the entire fucking perspective, the entire point of view of anarchism is about the abolition of unjustifiable hierarchies. And then you're talking about upholding the court system because two people have actually signed a contract. That's so fucking stupid, dude. Tell me you don't understand anarchy. You understand anarchy less than fucking 14-year-old anarchitties, dude. He's saying you were making an anarchist argument? No, it is anarcho-capitalist.